bulan sinarin bro.
Ya. Oh. Ayo kan. Ya.
Officials in Bali, Indonesia are telling people, at least those in a 5-mile radius of this volcano, that they need to leave and leave now. If you look at it, it's obvious why. A massive volcano in this popular tourist destination, spewing smoke and ash, and the plumes are going up over 13,000 feet. More than 25,000 people have now been evacuated, and several airlines have had to cancel their flights.
CNN's Ivan Cabrera is live from the CNN Weather Center as he watches this.
Ivan, tell us, more about this eruption. How long is it going to go on, and how bad could it get? Do we know?
Yeah, Martin. In fact, it had been behaving itself for a few weeks here. As you mentioned, 25,000 people still in shelters as a result of the volcano here. Mount Agung in Indonesia had been dormant since 1963. It has not been in the last few weeks. In fact, 2 eruptions in the last week. The latest one, very strong, goes all the way up to 13,000 feet, which of course is where planes fly, which is why we've had disruption in travel. We've had cancellations. We've had diversions. We've had upwards of 2,000 people at the airport there stranded and waiting for help. The reason the airplanes can't fly through this, we can fly through a lot of things, right? But ash in particular is very dangerous to aircraft because as that plume goes up, it has basically volcanic ash, and it also has components that can clog up the area here, and that can result in some significant problems with the engine. The magma cools, and then it cakes on the combustor then, and you got big-time problems. And sometimes you can't see the plume of smoke. The particulates are so small that the radar on the aircraft can't even pick it up. So we'll watch this closely. The radar depicting some shower and thunderstorm activity. That will likely cause problems right at the surface as the ash comes down. In fact, we have reports that ash is falling as far away as the island just to the east. So we'll see if we get the big eruption, but for now, we'll continue to monitor the airspace there, which remains quite dangerous, guys.
Good evening. Bali's Mount Agung volcano has erupted, forcing evacuations, throwing flights to and from the island into turmoil and leaving hundreds stranded. The volcano is tonight sending plumes of black ash and steam kilometres into the sky. It's the second eruption this week.
Mount Agung spits plumes of ash into the sky. A red alert announced as another eruption triggered the thick black cloud around 9:30 last night. Ash covering nearby roads, homes and plants. Locals handing out face masks as the massive plume rises more than 7 kilometres into the air.
It's just amazing to see this live.
2,500 nearby villages have been evacuated to makeshift shelters 13 kilometres from Mount Agung. Thousands more are expected to follow in the coming days.
We haven't had an ash cloud like this. The one that we had on the 21st of November was nowhere near as big as this, nor was the duration for as long.
A community on edge, not knowing when or if they'll be able to return home.
All we can do is prepare to protect these people that are being evacuated from their homes and make them as comfortable as possible.
Tourists also stranded at Denpasar Airport overnight.
For now, we've set up camp, found a charger point, and hopefully get out of here tomorrow sometime.
I don't know when we're going to be able to fly home. They haven't told us, so we don't know much information.
22 flights cancelled, diverted or rescheduled, leaving hundreds of holiday goers scrambling to find a way home.
We just rebooked through AirAsia.
It cost us a bomb, but that's how we have to get home.
Most airlines briefly returned to their regular schedule this morning.
A bit nervous, but hopefully we'll get there.
Hundreds flying out of Perth despite their travel insurance not covering volcanic activity.
I'm covered for everything else, but just have to wait and see.
I wouldn't actually mind getting stuck over there for a few more weeks after exams.
For many, that may become a reality.
This condition will running until 1 month. And after that, we have the bigger eruption.
Nathan Brooks, 9 News.
And Jerry Damasi is at Perth Airport tonight, tracking what's happening. Jerry, more flights have now been cancelled.
Well, Michael, AirAsia has cancelled all of its Denpasar flights, so that includes 2 that were due to leave Perth this evening and another 2 that were due to arrive here later tonight. Jetstar, however, is still flying, although it is experiencing some delays, and Garuda and Batik Air also still flying. In fact, we've seen passengers here that were due to fly AirAsia paying double just to switch their tickets to a Batik Air flight, clearly determined not to let this ash cloud warning get in the way of their holiday plans. But still, any of these flights could change at any minute depending on how conditions develop. So the advice from Perth Airport is to stay in touch with your airline, and of course the best way to do that is go to their website. Michael.
Jerry Damasi, thank you.